Hi everyone, it's Umi. Welcome to another episode of Full Moon with Umi. I hope that you are doing amazing. This full moon is in Aries. Aries is all about harnessing your self-power, becoming a better version of yourself. So I hope that this full moon serves you beautifully. I wanted to make the topic of this full moon about focusing and learning to focus more. My reasoning for this is because I know that it can feel like there's a lot happening in the world right now, and at the same time, a lot of things have started up for us, whether that's school, that's work, and so I know I'm not alone in feeling like my brain is going a million miles per hour sometimes, and it feels like my brain is being filled with a lot of different thoughts. And over the past month, I've been really trying to find practices that allow me to focus more, because focus, I think, is synonymous to presence as in being connected to the present moment. And the more connected we are to the present moment, the more beauty we can see in every single moment that unfolds before us. So I think learning to focus is an amazing life skill, and I want to share with you some of the tips that have helped me with focusing. My first tip for you with focusing is starting the day off by writing down everything that's on your mind. I think that this is so important because when we don't take the time to process all the thoughts in our brain, they follow us throughout the day, and every thought consumes energy. And so when your energy throughout the day is being used on all these background thoughts that could be giving you a bit of anxiety or could just be taking you out of the present moment, you're actually wasting a lot of energy. So what I like to do is start my day off and just write everything down. There's no form to it. I just go off and just write everything. And this helps me to start my day off with a clear blank slate. So my second tip for you, kind of piggybacking off the other tip, is to write a list. So this tip is more centered around if you have some things you want to get done, like you're going through your schoolwork or your work for the day. What I used to do is I used to just jump in and start with the first thing that was like giving me the most stress or the first thing that was on my mind. And what I realized is like while I'm doing this task, I'm thinking about like, okay, next I have to do my laundry and I have to wash the dishes and I have to like turn in this assignment or I have to send this email. So your energy is not being focused in on the present moment. So one thing that I do now is before anything, I make a list. Joce and I call it our North Star. This is all of the kind of guiding points throughout the day so that I know that when I'm focusing on this one thing, I know what's the next thing I want to do and the thing I want to do after that. And so I can put all my energy into the present moment. So my third tip for you is more of a slight adjustment in perception, but is actually following the principle of putting 100% focus in what you are doing in the moment. So that means actually putting 100% of your energy into the essay you're writing, the email you're sending, the dishes that you're washing, the conversation that you're having with somebody. What this allows you to do is it allows everything that you engage in to become a meditation, because meditation by definition is really the idea of focusing your full attention on one thing, and that's usually your breath. So rather than your breath, imagine if you put all of your brain energy into exactly what you're doing. Everything is going to become more productive, you're going to become more present in everything that you're doing, and it'll become less stressful to get through your to-do list or your list of things for the day. And one life hack for kind of getting to that connectedness is to tap into your senses. So let's say you're washing your dishes and you're like, okay, I want to focus on washing my dishes. Try thinking about the temperature of the water on your hands, or the soap, or the sound of the water. If you're in a conversation with somebody, one thing that I do when I notice myself trailing off into other thoughts is I'll think about the sound of that person's voice or the temperature of the air around me, and that allows me to connect back into the present moment. Now, my fourth tip for you is eat the right foods. The quality of the food that you eat reflects the quality of the thoughts that you're having. So if you feel like you're having a hard time focusing or your thoughts are going to a lot of places, think about what you're eating. If you're eating a lot of processed foods, the thoughts that you think are reflective of the processed foods that you are eating. If you eat fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, nuts, your thoughts will become reflective of that. So one thing I do is if I know I have a lot of like brain thinking to do throughout the day, I will make sure to eat a lot of fats like avocados and nuts. When I get tired or when I feel like I'm going through brain fog, I eat nuts and I eat things like that help me keep going. I eat a lot of citrus in the morning. That helps like zinc my brain. So just try eating more natural foods to see what works best for your brain. But being conscious of the connection between food and thought is a really, really, really important thing for self-care and for focus. So my fifth tip for you is to breathe. So one thing I've noticed recently is that a lot of us aren't actually breathing properly, meaning that we're not breathing as deeply as we're supposed to. So our brain isn't getting enough oxygen. So whenever you feel that brain fog, you feel that brain clutter coming, try breathing, taking 3 really, really deep breaths. And imagine that air oxygenating your brain and see how much of a difference that'll make in the quality of the thoughts that you have. And finally, my 6th tip for you is to incorporate a meditative practice in your daily routine. I like to start my day every morning with a meditation, even if it's a short meditation, because what this does is it reminds my brain of what it feels like to have no thoughts. It reminds my brain what it feels like to be in a peaceful state. So when I feel myself getting anxious, I have a reference point as to what it feels like to be in that opposite state, if that makes sense. So the more you practice meditation and incorporate that, the easier it is for you to jump back and return to that place of peace when you're feeling a bit chaotic. And side note, if you're having trouble sleeping at night, meditating at night and journaling at night are 2 other good ways that you can help clear your thoughts and focus on sleeping, not all the thoughts throughout the day. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this video could help you and that you could take away some good knowledge from this. Feel free to leave any comments below about tips that help you to focus. I love to hear from you. But yes, happy full moon, happy living, happy evolution. I love you and I'm grateful for you. Mwah.